You need the jury. Where are they?
Someone calls Oscar Hernandez.
Sir, do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before the court and jury in the issue now pending between the Commonwealth and the defendant at the bar shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank you, sir. Kindly follow the officer.
Mr. Hagan.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Could you please introduce yourself to the jury and spell your last name for the record?
Oscar Hernandez, Hernandez.
How old are you, sir?
26.
Mr. Hernandez, you're testifying pursuant to an immunity order that was issued by this court.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez, where did you grow up?
Belgrade, Florida.
From growing up in Belgrade, Florida, Mr. Hernandez, did you become friendly with a person by the name of Deontay Thompson?
Yes.
Did you play any youth sports with him when you were growing up?
Yes.
What sports were those, sir?
Football, basketball.
And how friendly did you get growing up with Deontay Thompson?
We're friends. We're friends.
And calling your attention now, Mr. Hernandez, to a man named Jarrell Pierre. Did you know him from growing up as well?
Yes.
Did he live in Belglades?
Yes.
What or does Jarrell Pierre go by?
I call him by his name.
What name is that?
Jarrell.
Have you ever heard him called JP?
No.
Calling your attention now to a man named Tyrone Crawford. Do you know him?
Yes.
How do you know Tyrone Crawford?
Growing up, Belgrade.
He's also from Belgrade?
Yeah.
Calling your attention now, sir, to your friend Deontay Thompson. Where did he go to college?
University of Florida.
Did he play football there?
Yes.
When he went to the University of Florida, first of all, what city in Florida is the University of Florida?
Gainesville.
When Deontay Thompson went to Gainesville, Florida, Mr. Hernandez, did you go there as well?
Yes.
Do you know about what years it was that you went there?
2009. 2009. That's when I went there.
When you went to Gainesville, did you live with somebody?
Well, me and someone lived together.
Who'd you live together with?
Me and Deontay.
You shared an apartment?
Yes.
From living with Deontay in an apartment in Gainesville, Florida, sometime around 2009, did you get to know some of Deontay's teammates on Florida?
Yes.
Do you know a person by the name of Aaron Hernandez?
Yes.
When did you first meet Aaron Hernandez?
In Gainesville.
During that time period?
Yes.
And just so we're clear, Mr. Hernandez, you're not any family relation to Aaron Hernandez, is that correct? You're not related at all by blood, is that right?
No.
And just to be clear that we're talking about the same person, Mr. Hernandez, do you see Aaron Hernandez in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you just point him out and describe an article of clothing that he's wearing?
Purple shirt, I guess. Lavender.
Or if the record may reflect the witness identified the defendant, Aaron Hernandez. How social, if at all, did you get, or friendly did you get with Aaron Hernandez in those years of around 2009 in Gainesville?
I seen when we get ready and go out.
So you'd socialize with him?
I was in school, you know. They played football. They was in school, so we only kind of seen each other on club nights, weekends.
Where were you going to school at the time, sir?
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, is that a college in Gainesville?
Yes.
At some point, did you graduate from Santa Fe?
No.
Aaron Hernandez, are you aware of whether or not he left Gainesville, Florida, the University of Florida, and went to a professional football team?
Yes.
What team did he go to, if you know?
The Patriots.
Once he left Gainesville, Florida, the University of Florida, did you maintain a relationship with him, or was there a time period that you didn't have a relationship with him?
I mean, once you build a friendship with someone, the friendship is always there, you know. Even if you don't talk to him for a while, you know.
So he was still a friend even after he went to the Patriots?
Yeah, he was still my friend. I didn't see him or talk to him, but he was still my friend. You know, he was still his associate. We seen, you know, if we seen each other in between that time period, we would have acknowledged each other. It wasn't like we were enemies.
Sir, I'm calling your attention now to a particular time period, this being February in the year 2013, shortly after the Super Bowl that year. Did you know what teams were in the Super Bowl in February 2013?
Ravens and 49ers.
Who won the Super Bowl?
Ravens.
Did you know anyone who was a football player on the Ravens who had just won the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Who was that?
I knew a couple of guys.
Who were the two?
I knew more than two.
Who were the guys that you knew?
Deontay Thompson and Pernell McPhee.
They're both from Belgrade?
Yes.
Were there some other players that you knew as well?
Yes, Damian Barry.
Is he also from Belgrade?
Yes.
So there were three players from Belgrade on the Super Bowl winning team?
Yes.
Based upon that, Mr. Hernandez, are you aware of whether or not there was a party that was planned essentially for the football players from Belgrade or Belgrade area?
Yes.
And I'm calling your attention, Mr. Hernandez, to what's been entered already as exhibit number 320. Do you recognize that flyer, sir?
Yes.
And there's a name at the end, at the bottom, I'm sorry. Contact Papoo. Do you go by any nicknames, sir?
That's my nickname.
Papoo?
Yeah.
And the phone number that's listed there, was that a phone number that you had back then in 2013?
Yes.
What was your role in the party, sir?
I planned it. I did everything.
When you planned it, you found a location for it, is that correct?
Yes.
And you made the flyers, sent them out?
Yes.
What was the entertainment at the party going to be?
Music. Drinks.
Did you have any particular role in providing the music?
Yes, I was. Well, the DJ is my friend, so I was in the DJ booth the whole night.
I'm calling your attention now to the party itself, which happened on Friday, February 8th, the year 2013. Prior to the party, Mr. Hernandez, did you have kind of a pre-party, so to speak, at your home in the Belgrade area?
It wasn't really a pre-party. It's just everybody kind of just met up at my place because it was literally like 2-3 blocks over from the club. So we was waiting on a couple other guys, so we just told them to meet at my house.
And when they had the group that met at your house, about how many people showed up?
More than 20.
The more than 20 that showed up, sir, did that include the defendant, Aaron Hernandez?
Yes.
And in addition to Mr. Hernandez showing up, did you notice whether or not he had a friend with him?
Well, not. It was just a lot of people there, so I wasn't trying to see who he had with him. Like, you know, he was just walking around, you know, talking to people. So,
Well, let me ask you this: do you recall testifying in a grand jury back in 2015?
I remember testifying on, you know, details.
No, understood.
Yeah.
Do you recall being asked whether or not Aaron Hernandez's friend was with him with the group that was at your house? Do you recall being asked that question?
What question?
If you recalled whether or not Aaron Hernandez and his friend were present in front of your house?
Can we get the page?
Page 103, line 7. Just asking if you recall what your answer was when asked whether or not Mr. Hernandez was there with a friend.
What friend?
Well, let me place on the screen, sir, what's been entered as exhibit number 309. Do you recognize the person in that photograph, sir?
Yeah, I recognize him from TV.
Okay, and so you've seen him on TV. Do you know his name?
From TV, Alexander Brantley. I don't know.
Did you see the person that you saw from TV that we now see on the screen, exhibit 319? Did you see him at your cookout or whatever you want to call it at your house?
It was not a cookout.
I'm sorry, the pre-gathering for the party in front of your house.
I'm pretty sure he was there. I think I seen him at a club or something. I'm pretty sure he was there. I was drunk, so I can't really.
Mr. Hernandez, is there something that would help your memory as to whether or not he was there?
Okay.
You may.
Page 103, lines 1 through 8. Just read that to yourself, sir. You don't not out loud. Down to maybe line 14, and then just look up when you're done. I'm sorry, that's up at the top. So does that refresh your memory as to whether or not Alexander Bradley was present in front of your house?
Well, it doesn't really refresh my memory, but it does. I see that it states that I said he was there. So if that was my memory at the time, then, you know, it's a lot happened since then.
Understood. So after the group, you said about 100 people gather in front of your house in Belglade, did you go to a particular party?
I'm going to check. I don't think he said 100. No, it's sustained. Rephrase.
The group that appeared in front of your house, did you eventually go to the party, sir?
Yes.
I'm calling your attention now again, Exhibit 320. That party was at Club 21, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Hernandez, at this time, and we're talking about February 8th of the year 2013, did you lawfully own a gun in Florida at the time?
Yes, that gun has been in police possession since March of 2013. So yes, I did have a gun at that time, but that gun that you are talking about has been in PBSO custody.
See you at sidebar.
Our attention now to a particular, well, first off, to the extent a gun in police.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, Mr. Hagan, but I was under the understanding that that was Your Honor's curative. Your Honor,
No, we'll have it established.
Is it fair to state, Mr. Hernandez, the gun that you indicate is in police possession, that has nothing to do with this matter? Is that accurate?
It has nothing to do
Well,
with,
is that yes or no? It has nothing to do with this matter. Is that
No.
correct? Okay. Now, I want to focus your attention on a 40 caliber black handgun. Did you own a 40 caliber black handgun on or around February 13th, 2013?
no,
Did you have access to a 40 caliber black handgun?
no.
Did you have access to a 40 caliber handgun?
I had my 40 caliber handgun, the one that you was about to ask me about. It wasn't all black.
Well, was it partially black?
Yes,
That particular handgun, you owned it lawfully at the time back in February of 2013, correct?
yes.
And just calling your attention now to the Florida laws back then, what did it take to purchase a handgun in Florida back in 2013, February 2013? How could you get a handgun?
Well, if you didn't have a license, you can go to the store and fill out an application, and in about a week they'll give you a call, tell you come pick it up if your background checked out.
Did you need a license to do that or not?
No, you only did that if you didn't have a license. If you had a license, you could just go buy it and walk out.
But when you say license, is that like a firearms ID card or a license to carry?
License to carry.
But short of a license to carry, can one back in 2013 purchase a firearm at a store, even without a license?
Yes, if you had a clean criminal history.
Now, other than the 40 caliber semi-automatic handgun I asked you about, did you have any other 40 calibers?
Objection, Judge.
No, I'll see you at sidebar. Put the question.
Sir, the that was partially black, you said.
I only discussed one gun.
Okay, the one gun that you're discussing that's partially black, is that a 40 caliber?
Yes.
Now, calling your attention to the night of the Super Bowl party, February 8th, the year 2013, did you have a conversation with Deontay Thompson, your friend, about a gun?
Maybe. I can't, it's 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
So your memory is exhausted on that? May I approach witness room?
You may approach after the lunch recess and see that we've gone into lunch. We'll resume.